Hi everyone. Alright, so what this video is basically, well, for most of the year now, I haven't really been feeling fully like myself. There have been so many days and weeks where I just felt completely down on myself and how things have been going in my life, and it's led me to do things and say things that I regret doing and saying, and a lot of those things like what happened because of those things, they've had outcomes that I wish that I could fix. The results of what I've done, of what I've said, I wish I could take back, but I can't. I can't undo what I did. I can't always undo what I did. I can't always unsay what I said. And I wrote this piece of writing that kind of explains a little bit of how that feels, of how I've been feeling lately. And originally I wanted to make this as like a short film, or at least the idea would be like the basis for it, but I didn't have enough to really go off of, so I'm just going to read this to you as is. I'm not going to read you the whole thing, but just enough to hopefully make you understand a little better. So, here we go. I'm not okay. I'm not. I don't feel okay. I feel lost. I feel confused. Well, I am lost. I am confused. And it can be hard to know what to say, and it can be hard to know what to think in times like this. And it can be hard to explain how it feels, this like combination of loneliness, minor depression, sadness, anger. I guess the one way I can explain it is like, imagine, this hourglass. Imagine you're like an hourglass, and there's sand that's like filling the bottom of the hourglass, but it never fully fills up. Like the sand just keeps pouring down, and it never really fills up all the way. It never does. It just keeps pouring down and like pushing down so much weight while still not filling up to the top, while still like not fully, but it still keeps going. Like it's like feeling both empty and full at the same time, if that makes any sense. And the combination of those four things, it can make someone say things and do things that they don't mean, that they don't want to do normally, and it makes them say things that they don't mean, and it makes them do things that they instantly regret and wish that they could take back, no matter what, but they know that they can't, because it happened, and you can't take that back. You can't always change people's minds. It just happens, and a lot of times you just need to learn to accept it. That, yeah, you made a mistake, and yeah, you can't fix it because it's not yours to fix. And it gives you this sort of outlook on your life that seems like that is kind of one-sided, but you don't want to think that it is, because you feel like it's the truth. Like you feel as if your life isn't good enough, that you yourself aren't good enough, that your family and your friends can do better without you, and that they are doing better without you, and it's feelings like those that you don't want to bottle up inside, because like keeping those feelings down without saying anything, it can be unhealthy. Trust me, I know what that's like, and it can make you lose yourself. So it needs, those things need to be brought out. Those feelings need to be explained. Even if they're not explained fully, they need to be brought out. Even if people don't understand all the way, at least let them hear it. At least let them know what it is that you feel. Like I'm doing this through this video, and I've done this before, but not through this. About 3-4 years ago, I made a short film called Special. I made it at a time where I had so much that I wanted to say. I felt so many different things, well, especially those 4 things, and I needed a way to kind of get all of that out of my system, and the only way that I could was through that, making that short film, and through the help of everybody that I knew from the main stage film program. But seeing how I'm 21 and I don't have those resources anymore, it can be kind of tough to do. So that's why I'm making this, because this is another way for me to kind of explain how I feel and explain what it is that I'm thinking. And even if a lot of you don't understand fully, at least you know what it is that I'm feeling. At least you know what it is that I'm thinking, even if it's not fully explained. Like, I just want people to at least to hear me. I want people to hear me say this. And that's part of why I made this video. That's part of why I'm making this video, but that's not the full reason. That's not the main reason. The other reason is because I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. I'm not the only one who feels this way a lot. Like, I know there are so many people out there who go through similar emotions and similar experiences, and a lot of those people, they don't have a way to explain how they feel. A lot of them don't have the opportunity to say what they want to say or what they need to say. And I want this to be an example for other people to follow. I want other people to do similar things. I'm not saying turn on a webcam and say it straight to the camera. That's not that, like, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, channel how you feel, or like say it to the people that you care about. Say it to the people that care about you, because they may not always be there when you feel that way, but that doesn't mean that they hate you now. Just because you're just just because your best friend isn't there in the room with you right now as you're feeling this way, just because they're not there with you doesn't mean that they hate you. It doesn't mean that they don't want to put up with you anymore, that they don't want to see you or hear you anymore, that they just want to push you away. It doesn't mean that at all. And just because like your family isn't there with you as you're feeling this way, it doesn't mean that they hate you. It doesn't mean that they're ignoring you. It doesn't mean any of that. You know, they do care about you. Your family, your friends, they do care about you. There are people out there who want to help, even if they can't always help you. They do want to be there for you, even if they're not actually there with you. And you know, it can be so hard for a lot of people to really say what they feel. And it can be so hard to lose ourselves in these feelings, especially now more than ever in this day and age. It can be so easy to lose ourselves in our feelings, and like especially in this day and age with like social media and you know looking at Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat and all those things, and you know judging your life by what other people are doing, it can be so easy to lose ourselves in those things, and I know that especially. So what I feel like we need to do is reach out to each other more, and to not be afraid of what we're feeling, to not be afraid of saying what we feel. And it doesn't matter if you're male, female, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Muslim, straight, gay, transgender. Like, it's not an issue of any of those things. It's not a matter of being any of those things. It's a matter of being human. These are human issues. These are human problems. And even if, you know, not every person can understand that fully, it doesn't mean that they can't sympathize. It doesn't mean that they can't at least try to help, at least try to make you feel better, at least try to put you on the right path. Or it doesn't mean that you yourself can't put yourself on the right path. And there are going to be more times where you lose your way, where you fall back onto those old habits. I know this especially. Like, I know this more than likely isn't going to be the thing that solves all my problems. I know that. You know, there are going to be more times like this. And, you know, I can't help that. Sometimes I can, but then it just happens. Like, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that I'm losing myself in them now, or that I will lose myself. It doesn't mean that at all. I'm doing the best that I can to make myself better. It doesn't mean that I am striving to be better than everybody else. That's not it at all. I'm just trying to be the best me that I can. And I hope that a lot of people can understand that. And like I said, I hope that this inspires other people to do the same, to reach out to others, to not be afraid of explaining themselves, of saying what they feel, because like I said, to keep all those feelings bottled up inside, it can be unhealthy, and it can lead to you doing things that you'll regret. and that you can never take back. So I do hope that this will, I do hope that this helps like people that I know with understanding me a little better, and that I hope that this helps other people understand, like people like me, in the same vein. So, and I'll make sure that my next video will be lighter and happier and stuff. But I just wanted to make this because I felt like I felt like I needed to, that this was like needed. So if you can, please share this video with as many people as you can. I want this to be seen. I want this to be an example for other people to follow. I'm not trying to like start a revolution or anything like that. I just hope that I can reach out and connect with other people who feel the same way. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, and next time we'll be happier, I promise. Goodbye.